So in this section, I'm going to talk about vaccination and screening. How can we actually promote vaccinations? I would say the best way is social engineering. You should remember the idea of social engineering. I would say schools in the United States, they are doing great job in social engineering because they wouldn't accept any kids who is not vaccinated against some serious disease like polio, diphtheria, and more. So, which is very good. This way, actually, schools and like the system, policymakers, they are making, they are kind of forcing parents to get their kids vaccinated toward like serious disease. This is wonderful. So there are like some other ways to just make people motivated for vaccination and screening. For example, community-based education. Like there are some programs in different community, for example, if a specific ethnicity, they are just more they do have like more tendency, or they are like more susceptible to have like breast cancer. There in their specific community, there are going to be some programs and education that can help women to just go and do a screening from time to time. Another way of that is mass media and TV. They can actually promote having a screening and getting vaccinated more and more. Another way gonna be reminder notices. For example, HPV vaccines, they are kind of mandatory. There are like so many promotions. There are just so many announcements for I wouldn't say kids, but for like adolescents more than 13 years old. If they are sexually active, they have to get HPV vaccine. And even if they are not active, they have to get that because, they're going to get married. They're going to have like some interaction which can actually transfer the disease between them. So for like some vaccines like HPV, they're gonna be like different steps. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Like they're gonna be like different shots. Having reminder notices can just help individuals a lot to just go and get the second shot and like the shot after that. Same goes for COVID vaccination. Some of us, we are getting notification from CDC that, for example, our booster shot is just coming up. We have to go and get that. However, some of us, we are not, we didn't like register for that. So basically we are not getting reminder notices, but reminder notices, they are wonderful. They can actually help you to just be updated and be healthy. Sun safety practices. Oh my goodness, it's very important. Skin cancer, it is very serious. 9,000 people, based on your book and based on, I guess it is like CDC data for 2018, 9,000 people per year, they are dying because of skin cancer. So the situation is very serious. What can cause skin cancer? It's going to be UV radiation, which can bring like different kind of cancer. One of the most important one is malignant melanoma, which is like, I guess you heard about that. I read somewhere, I'm not really sure, but I read somewhere that President Carter, they had this cancer as well. So it is very serious. And I can see and hear from my friends that, for example, they're going to be a small skin condition in their face. Which actually at first they feel like, oh, it is like a skin breakdown and something like that, but it is just there like for 2 months. Then they're gonna get like kind of suspicious. They're gonna go test it, and they understand that this is literally it's like some sort of cancer tumor in their face. So it is very common here and there. How we can actually do sun safety practices? The best and more effective way is just put on your sunscreen. It's very important. I guess you remember me yesterday. I didn't have sunscreen. There was like it was sunny. Like it's just killing me because the whole week it was rainy, but yesterday it was sunny. Like the only day that I didn't put on my sunscreen. But yeah, have your sunscreen on all the time. For your children, even like if they are very young, 1 or 2 years old, they have to do sunscreen as well. You have to just protect their skin as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't the same case in my childhood. There wasn't any education for my parents about sun safety, but you guys have the education now. So please just protect yourself, protect your children and your sibling or older adults that you have in your family. Um, so healthy diet is very important. We all know that it's a hot topic. You are opening your Instagram, you can just see someone is just chopping something. They are actually trying to do a tutorial, or I don't know, do a recipe to have a healthy diet. But what does diet mean? I mean, diet is just the kind of practice for eating that we all have. It actually evolved, let's say, 1,000 years ago. My goodness. In the beginning, human beings, they were eating most of the time sugar, fat, sodium, because it was good for survival, let's be honest. It was essential. You see what I'm saying? Like back then, they would just eat once or twice in a day, but they had to just get what they want to just survive. But nowadays, we are just snacking all the time, right? So this is not essential for us to have sugar or only fat. We can just have like variety of food here and there. So we have to have and we have to develop a healthy diet for ourselves. Um, okay, we all know about the benefits of healthy diet, but most of us we cannot commit to that. What can be the reason? The main reason is healthy diet gonna be very restrictive. It's gonna be sometimes expensive, monotonous, and it's gonna be very hard to implement because it doesn't like you don't have so many options, let's be honest. But the good news is nowadays with just social media, you can, like I said, you can just open your Instagram and just see 100 good diets. I mean, my honest opinion is you can see like what's the name of that? I guess it is like ASMR videos, like the sounds, the pictures, they are just so good. But when you are just trying to do the same at home, it is like 50-50. Sometimes it's just so good, sometimes it's just very bad. I don't know if they are lying or if I'm a bad cook, but yeah, it is for me, it's just 50-50. But the points that can help you keep going with your healthy diet, it's gonna be just use your social media, or at least just Google, just try to just find new recipes, or have meal planning. If you would just do meal planning, I talked about that before, but at least you have like 5 or 6 options in your fridge whenever you are hungry. So you wouldn't do takeout, or you wouldn't actually have like fatty food or carbs because you are very hungry at the moment, or you wouldn't snack much. Your cooking method, it can be updated as well. Nowadays, there are just so many tools like air fryer. It's magic. It can help you a lot. And your eating habits. I want to talk about eating habits. So, oh, comfort foods. My goodness, they are very high in fat and sugars. Because like whenever we are stressed, we're gonna do comfort food, right? And at the moment that we are stressed, we do have high tendency for fatty foods. Yes, this is my comfort food. Pasta, any form, I can do that. Like, and if it would be more creamy, I would be more happy, less stressed. My attitude gonna be very positive. Yeah, I love pasta. I'm a big pasta person. The next one gonna be burger. Seriously, like I like big burgers. Like it should be medium. It shouldn't be well done or rare. I like juicy ones, and it has to like it has to have like extra bacon, extra eggs, and extra cheese, like different layers of cheese, and I have to see them. And I don't mind having onion in my burger because I know that. Oh, extra pickle as well. I love pickles. Okay, my mouth is running, and the fun part is it is like 9 a.m. and I'm talking about burgers. I love burgers. So okay, in general, comfort foods, they are high in fat and sugars. Keep that in your mind. Stress and diet. I already mentioned that. It seems like stress has a direct and negative effect on your diet. Stressed people, they are distracted. Of course, I mean, they are stressing out how they can be focused. They may not have self-control. They may not have paying attention to their diets, and they would do like comfort food all the time. Controlling diet, it seems like people who can actually commit to a specific diet, they do have high self-efficacy, and they know, they are aware about their own issues, you see, so they know like what actually can just break them, what can motivate them. They do have family supports, and they do have perception about their environment, about their area. One point that your book says, which I'm totally against, that is saying that people who can commit to their diet, they are more intelligent. This is not correct. It doesn't mean like someone who's gonna break their diet or someone who has a relapse is dumb. No, it's not like that. Maybe you are going through a hard time. Maybe it is during your exam. Maybe, I mean, your parents are going through a divorce, so that's why you are just, snacking all the time. So, I mean, don't listen to your book at this point. I mean, for that line, I would email them. I feel like that's very rude to just say that someone who cannot commit to a diet, they are not intelligent. No, it's not like that. Everyone is intelligent because we do have different type of intelligence, right? Don't listen to your book. If you are breaking your diet, that is fine. Try again and again. And this is life. We are always having some failure moments, but we have to try more. Intervention to modify diet, education, yes. If, for example, there would be some classes in your school to just help you to just do some self-monitoring, you can be aware about yourself, what can break you. You can be aware about your environment, which can help you to just control yourself better. Social support, it is very important. I guess like back then, like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, when the Instagram just kicked off, it was like some diet groups, like there was like some specific hashtags that you could just follow and just join to a specific diet group people, like they were just challenges and that kind of stuff. And it's still there are like some in Facebook, as far as I know. Like people who are on diet, they are just give themselves between each others, they are exchanging recipes, they are just actually giving each other's affirmation and all that, which is very good. And they are just posting different pictures of like the changes of their weights, their body and all that. Self-affirmation is just very important as well. Whatever you are doing, always just try to appreciate yourself, your body. Self-regulation is important as well. If there is classes, focus group that can actually help you to do training for self-regulation, go for that. And cognitive, I mean, CBT is very important. We already talked about how CBT can impact, can help you to just have a better diet. So what is that? Oh, here again, you're just talking about different ways to promote that sort of interventions for your diet. First of all, it's going to be family interventions. For example, if parents are dealing with obesity and children also have like the same sort of problem, there could be some sort of family interventions, community interventions. There, like obesity problem might be more common in a specific community. So some community program can be helpful a lot. Again, social engineering, it's very important, seriously, because children, they are spending like 8 or 10 hours at a school, or if not more, with their peers. So if there would be, if the school actually cut down the amount of candies or sugary food or fatty food or that kind of stuff, and just promote more healthy food, of course children can just have a healthy snack or something like that. Telephone counseling, it's important as well. I'm not a big fan, but it works for some people, and yeah, it's all about intervention. Oh, this is my takeaway home from this chapter. Like whatever I'm teaching you, I'm doing my research. I'm doing like different articles to make sure I'm not relying only on your book and I'm giving you correct information. But one self-monitoring for myself is just I'm snacking a lot. Like I'm preaching all the time about healthy diet, but when I'm just monitoring myself, like I did that for 24 hours, and I found that I do have like a small chocolates like all the time. Like maybe I would just have like 12 chocolates without even just like unconsciously. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. I would say do, if you want to just have a healthy diet, do self-monitoring at least for a day and just write down whatever you are eating. Then you can understand if you really have a healthy diet or not.